Hi, I'm Anthony Carver,
And Courtney Williams.
and we're here to talk about Fallout 3. Alright, so Fallout 3, you're basically a wastelander, or wait, I'm getting ahead of myself now. You're, you're from this place called the Vault 101, and the reason why you're in there is because uh, there was a nuclear war that broke out over the world, and this vault is in Washington, near the DC Capitol, and you in turn are trying to live your life in this wasteland. You are actually one of the very first people to leave the vault and go out on your own, set your own destiny pretty much. And you'll make some tough decisions along the way, whether you want to be good or bad. Personally, I like being good, just because that's the way I am. I like being a good guy on there. I don't like when people hate me. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree because I'm all about evil and fun. Video games and have fun.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's not like real life. You can have fun. If you take pleasure in killing random people in the streets or random people in cities.
I'm sorry if I like these gold.
Hey,
or
you know
cats.
what? You know what? Yeah, caps are the currency on this game, and they're technically just bottle caps that you can either pick up from drinking a soda or pick up from people who use as a large currency. So, anyways, you start from the ground up. You are a baby from the very beginning of the game, and that is something interesting that Fallout came to do. And you will pretty much create your character throughout the game. You will be figuring out the way that you do things throughout the game and how you want to upgrade your character. I mean, if you want to be some bulky giant guy that doesn't really care about computers or security or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. You can have fun in combat. There's, you can do whatever you want with that. Or if you want to be nerdy about it and basically just focus on computers and security and bartering and things like that, you can do that, but have fun in combat because you'll be going through a tough. Um, that basically just gives you a general idea about the game. If you like creating your characters, this is definitely the game to do it because this game you start from the very beginning and you can put your points wherever you want to, and it's a very deep story. It can speak to you on an emotional level if you take it all in. And I like to do that with games, and I say that this story did it very well. And it's a large free roam game. You're going to be doing a lot in this game. I spent over 30 hours on this game, and 20 of it was just for free roaming, just for fun.
Mm-hmm. Warning though, if you've never played this before, it is not like Oblivion. Customization is totally different. You are only human.
Yeah, a little unfortunate.
I don't really like, but it's still fun for this game.
And you kind of have to be human. It fits in the story. If you were something else, they would have to make a different story for it. It could have been cool too, but it just would have made it a lot harder.
That would be funny.
That would be different, but yeah. Okay. Anyways, I think do we have any more pros? Yeah, the gun system. What about it?
Guns are really cool. They added a new system called VATS, which you can pause time and aim at your target, and you can pick which part of the body you want to shoot at. And while doing that, it tells you a percentage on
if you're going to hit or not.
If you're likely or not to hit that, and
it'll tell you how much damage you'll do if you hit that spot.
Yeah, which is really helpful,
especially for a shooter. Yeah, for a shooter, those button mashers where you're just going to be pressing the trigger.
Not like that.
You can be like that if you want to. You can completely ignore the VATS system. It's not forced on you. It's very helpful for beginners like me. When I was just used to Call of Duty or things like that, this game brought definitely a new thing for shooters.
Armor's good. It gives you a good variety, but you can be light, which you can travel faster in, like normal, and heavy, which for most heavy armor you have to do training for, which is different. Because you have to go to these special people and they train you on how to wear it.
Also, heavy armor is a little more rare to find if it's good heavy armor. Otherwise, you'll just be kind of stuck with a generic heavy armor, like a heavy merc suit or something, which doesn't really do much for you. Well, the enemy variety is huge, and you may be a little repetitive at times fighting against certain people, but when it comes down to it all, it's either because you're in their kind of town, or you're just staying in a certain area and dealing with the same people all the time, which is your fault, not the game's fault.
If you're looking for a game with a huge campaign,
this game is not for you.
But it is big enough to play for more than 20 hours.
Yes.
I've spent months on this game.
I mean, I think, how long have I owned that game for? I think it's been more than a year.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's almost been 2 years.
Well, yeah. It's huge. I mean,
we've both been playing it every now and then from now on. But when we first got it, we were nonstop playing it, and yet right now I don't even think either of us are halfway.
No.
And we both had different experiences in the game. I've seen things that he hasn't seen before, and he's seen things that I haven't seen before.
And he's good, and I'm bad.
Which gives you interesting decisions and can change the ending of the game dramatically.
Yes. And it makes your gameplay fun depending on how you want to play.
If you want to go into a random city and slaughter a bunch of people, have fun doing that. If you want to go into a city and help them on a quest, have fun doing that too. And there also are some rare weapons in the game.
Yes, if you get the expansion pack, Mothership Zeta, there's an alien. Yes, there's an alien button that you can press in the middle of the wasteland that zaps you up to this giant city spaceship that you can have a separate campaign story with it. There's also the pit. All I know about that is that it's in Pittsburgh and it's a slaving community. I might be wrong. The other one is the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood one,
which sets you up as Brotherhood against the Outcasts. Enclave, really? Yeah, they said Outcasts. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, the expansion packs are definitely helpful. If you like free-roam games with more to it, this game is definitely for you. The campaign by itself will take you about an hour at the most. At the least, we've had a friend that beat it in a half hour.
which he beat games pretty fast.
I mean, if you're an expert gamer that just wants to play the campaign, this game is not for you. Don't waste your money. I mean, if you want a great free-roam game that you can have fun for months and still randomly play at times throughout the year, this game is definitely for you.
But there are some negatives, like Bethesda and its glitching.
Bethesda has always been legendary for their glitching.
There is only one game I have played by Bethesda that has never glitched, and that's Rage. It is similar to this. You're a apocalyptic survivor, but the story is different and it is unique, so I'd recommend that too.
Okay, well, con that I thought that was kind of major in it was, like you said, some of the glitches. I actually have walked through mountains before. I have either walked through mountains, seen through mountains, walked up straight uphill mountains, or shot through mountains before, which can kind of make for some funny gameplay. But at times when you can only see through the mountain and can't see the enemies coming towards you, it's really annoying. Okay, I think we can rate the game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to rate it a 9 because of It's a great game. I know we have a lot of pros, but the cons are big. Like the glitches, the freezing, and not all of it, but most of the scenery, it looks the same. It's very repetitive, and it gets really annoying.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. There are just some things about it that I just can't ignore. I mean, glitches are obviously going to be in some games, but these ones can ruin gameplay sometimes. I mean, sometimes you're almost lost in the game because there's so much to do in it, which again, isn't that big of a deal, but when you're a new player for this kind of game, for a new free roam in a way, this just is kind of overwhelming at times.
Um,
I think that's about it.
yeah, this is our third video. If please leave us comments and likes. Tell us what we need to work on if you think we need to. And yeah,
We'll be giving more reviews throughout the night again. All right, so thank you.
later.